And what am I going to be talking about? Well, hold on one second. Oh, that didn't help the camera at all. I am here to just answer some questions. Let me see if I can see the chat. There we go, live chat. So, yeah, I'm not going to be on here for long. If we can't get anybody in this comment section, then I'll probably just delete this video and call it a failure. But yeah, I'm here to answer some questions. I already did this on a live stream on Facebook before for the Horror Nerds Facebook page, but I thought I'd do it here on YouTube because I don't think I've done one of these yet on YouTube. And if I have, I'm just not remembering it, so I apologize. But yeah, I'm live. I've written quite a bit today, over 2,500 words. Also, if you hear a dog chewing a bone, I think it's either James or Lula. I'm pretty sure it's no, Lula's upstairs. She's probably going to the bathroom, which is probably a bad thing. Or she went to go get her bone. Oh, okay. Okay, she proved me wrong. Unless she did go to the bathroom, then never mind. But she did bring down a bone, so that's a good sign. But both dogs are chewing bones, so they should be relaxed and calm. So yeah, I want to see live chat, but you know it only shows. Let's see how this works. Once my book is done, will you read it? It's like Goosebumps done by Disney. Wow. Well, first of all, I love Goosebumps. And Disney does put some... Oh, hi! And Goosebumps is amazing. I love Goosebumps. So, yeah, depending on how long it is, and I'll probably do my best to get to it. I have a lot of people who asking me to read their books right now, but I can do my best. That's all I can offer you. That sounds very interesting though, because I love Goosebumps, and my favorite Goosebumps story is "Say Cheese and Die." What was that? I can't remember the other one. It's about this neighbor who's a ghost. Well, at least the kid thinks he's a ghost, but twist, he's actually the ghost. So it's a really good book. I think it's like my neighbor is a ghost or something like that. I forget what it's called, but. And then, of course, there's another one I really like, but I'm not remembering it at the moment. Sorry, the dog's burying her bone. But, Ghost Next Door, thank you! That's what it was, Ghost Next Door. So yeah, I have 5 people watching. That was more than I actually expected. But, there's Lula. She's like, don't get me on camera. So yeah, I will try to read your book. If you have an audio book for it, I definitely will read it, because I have been mowing through audiobooks like crazy. I think I've read like 20 of my books this year have been audiobooks. So if you have audiobooks, totally send them to me, or just tell me about them and I'll go buy them and I'll review them, because I've been on an audiobook binge lately. So, you know, also I got this enamel pin. It's really cool. Sorry about my hairy hat. It's gross, I know. But the enamel pin is the Creep Show. So, and I got another enamel pin coming in the mail. It's a Hellraiser. It's missing the chick Cenobite, but it's still really cool looking. So it's like my patch I got from a store where it has the quote wrong. Demon to some, angel to others, you know, that quote. It has that quote wrong, but it's okay. It's still a really cool patch. But anyways, yeah, let me see. Hi, everybody. But yeah, The Trickster, I'd be willing to read your book, yes. Oh, by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Spooky Noodles, and I'm an author, Nicholas Gray. That's my pen name. I have a few books and some more coming out. So anybody have any questions, you know, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments section. Let's see here. So we've been doing this for 5 minutes. I haven't really got any questions yet, but that's okay. What are you doing? Thanks, Lou. Well, she knocked down a bunch of stuff. Why you gotta do that? Yeah, any questions, guys? This is your time, your moment. There's Lula. She says, I got a bone to pick. And she's trying to turn around, but she can't. You are ridiculous, Lou. You are ridiculous. She can't go in reverse for some reason. What book terrified me the most? Why do we drive on parkways and park in driveways? Why do they call them a pair of pants when you only get one? What was the other question? What book terrified me the most? That's a tough one. At the top of my head, I'd have to go with John Nathan's The Wolf's Den. Because, you know, that stuff can really happen in real life. I mean, I don't think it's going on as rampantly as the book might imply, but Into the Wolf's Den by John Nathan is probably the most terrifying book I've ever read. Whoops, I'm clicking random buttons now. But when it comes to the scariest moment in a book, I'd give it to Ronald Kelly's Fear. There's a scene involving, well, let's just say an infant that really gave me a nightmare. Now, it's not like, the book's not like super scary or anything like that, but there was one scene that did give me a little bit of a nightmare. And I was surprised it even gave me a nightmare. So yeah, Ronald Kelly's Fear, which is my favorite book of all time. I got a tattoo of it on my arm. So, but yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna do this for another like 2 minutes unless more people show up. So yeah, I have so much to do, but I'm kind of in a moment where I don't want to do anything. The book that terrified me was The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I like The Exorcist, but the only problem I have, and it's only a me problem, because I'm sure, you know, other people would find it scarier because of their beliefs. My beliefs don't coincide with what that book is offering up, you know what I'm saying? I am pretty much an atheist. I'm probably an atheist if I'm really gonna be you know, be honest here. So even though it was a great book, and they say it's based on true story, but I mean, the book's not a true story, but you know what I mean. It's based, like there's like a true story behind the book or something like that, I don't know. But, yeah, I am, there's James. I love The Exorcist, the book, but it's fiction to me, and I don't think it could ever happen, so, yeah. Yes, I think, Blatty did the audio narration for his own book, and that was really good. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. It's been so long. It's been like 2018 or 19 is when I read that book. So I think I have I don't think I have a review on my channel. I might have to do a review on that if I haven't already. Yeah, he did. Okay, good. That's what I thought. So yeah. Also, we were having this garage sale, and it was my book series is called Nightshade High, which is about A science teacher and his daughter are aliens from another planet, and so is half of the school. Oh, cool. Is it like a YA series? Just asking. I might check it out. Let's see here. Any other questions? It looks like I got only 2 people commenting, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I have 3 people watching, but, you know. I never heard of The Faculty. And it's for kids of any age. That's cool. Ronald Kelly is the author of Fear. He also wrote books like Bloodkin. Ronald Kelly, that is. He wrote 12 Gauge, which is also called Father's Little Helper, which I like 12 Gauge as a name better. Have you read Island of Dr. Moreau? Moreau? I own the book, and I'm going to purchase the like $3 audiobook that I saw on Audible. But no, I haven't read it yet. It is one of those books I really want to read. It just looks like a lot of fun, and I think I got the premise. Like, isn't the premise like, or the synopsis or whatever? The book's about this Dr. Moreau, and he creates all these monsters and places them on an island or something, and then someone comes to the island and is attacked by those monsters. Is that right? I don't know. It's been a long time since I think it was turned into a movie, and that's where I might have seen it. Or, I don't know. Oh, that's it? Okay, cool. Yeah. I need to read that one. I've lately been on a Matt Shaw binge, but yeah, it's been going well, don't get me wrong, but I'm just kind of, I don't really want to read at the moment, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, reading's awesome. I read every single day, but you know, it can get a little tiring. My brain, I have a reading disability, so it's really hard for me to read. Audiobooks are the way to go for me. So, James is shedding like crazy, guys. I met Matt last May. Oh, cool. Matt, I should say. Cool. Where'd you meet him? At a convention? Yeah, Matt Shaw's a cool guy. He's actually my teacher right now, which I think I forgot to put his Etsy link in the video I'm putting out today. But Matt Shaw's a really cool guy. I need to write or finish the story for him so he can give me some lessons. We're gonna decide if extreme horror is for me. Even though I love reading extreme horror, I don't think writing it is for me. I'm just not great at it. So, but that's why I'm taking his class to begin with, is to try to be good at it. So, Crypticon in Seattle. Ooh, that's cool. I've always wanted to go to Seattle. It just looks really nice, and I got family in Washington, so yeah. It'd be really cool to visit Seattle. Seattle's in Washington, right? Or am I wrong? It's definitely not in Oregon, right? Or Oregon or whatever. I'm pretty sure Seattle's in Washington. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Or is Seattle its own thing? I don't know. I'm so dumb, guys. Yes? Okay, good. I do want to go to next year's convention, AuthorCon 2. I couldn't get a table for it, but I really want to go next year. I got to save up some vacation time, or maybe space it out. I work Saturdays, so it's really hard for me to do stuff. Seattle is 300 miles west of you? Cool. I am probably the same distance away from Detroit. So, I think. I thought about writing a book about wrestlers, but I put it on the back burner. I'm saving it for when I'm done with my book series. Oh, wrestlers. Wrestlers is, you know, I can think of I can think of one good book, and I know more wrestling. Actually, yeah, no, I know. I've read one book about wrestling. It was a horror story called, it's by Edward Lee, I think. It's called Goon. And it was really good. I was really surprised how good Goon was. I think it's by Edward Lee. It was a really fun story and highly recommend it. I think I gave it a really harsh rating, but now thinking back, I think back on it fondly. So there was some issues I had with it, if I recall correctly, but you know, it was really good. I'm doing research for a horror book about an abandoned lighthouse off the coast of Oregon. Ooh, I love lighthouses. And Oregon is one of those states that, you know, I've also wanted to go to. I lived in California, but that's about it when it comes to the West Coast. I have family in Washington and I think Oregon, I think. So I got to go out there sometime. But, yeah, you definitely should write, are you writing a book on an abandoned lighthouse, or are you just doing research? Because either way, it's cool, but, you know, like, I did so much research for a book that I never actually finished. Well, I could still finish it, but, I did a lot of, research on the Eloise Asylum here in Michigan. It's, I don't exactly recall where it is, Eloise Asylum, but it's a big asylum. It's one of the oldest in the country, I think. And, it's dilapidated, don't get me wrong. It's, like, I don't even know if it's still safe to go into. They used to do tours and stuff. But, yeah, the Eloise Asylum was really big, and I did so much research and wrote almost the whole story, and then I gave up because my writing stunk at the time. And at the time, I was getting negative reviews for gray matter, so, you know, it is what it is, but I hope to one day maybe rewrite it. So, yeah, and then the place is called Terrible Tilly. The lighthouse sits on a rock in the ocean. Oh, cool. That's gotta be spooky. Because, I don't know, there's something about lighthouses gives me, like, this ominous feeling, but at the same time, they're very pretty, don't get me wrong. Bring it back? I really wish. I called it the Reagan Asylum in the book. It's kind of a little, you know, nod to The Exorcist, actually. At least I think that's what I was going for. But in the book, I name it after, like, the doctor or the guy who owned the asylum. My bad. Hope you guys are still here. Okay. Yeah, I should bring it back, but the writing was so bad, and there was one scene in it where I was trying to be extreme, and I don't think it came across any, like, great at all. So, yeah, let's just say there was a mutilation of a certain organ, and I just decided to not finish it. I have so many books that are over 20,000 words that I need to finish, but I'm getting discouraged because I sent a book to my editor to edit, and it was an older book of mine. It was a novel that was over 57,000 words. And she hasn't gotten back to me yet. It's been a while, and she was going to send me a chapter at a time, so I think I broke my editor. But anyways, broke her with how bad my story is what I'm trying to say. But not to be negative, but, you know, I have gotten much better as a writer. I think my writing has improved tenfold. Like, it's so much better. Maybe even 40-fold, whatever that means. But right now I'm waiting for the mail to come because I want to do a mail video, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough for a mail video. like a book mail video. I need books in order to do book mail videos, so, you know. But, yeah, I actually haven't seen y'all comment on my videos before, so it's nice meeting you guys. Trickster, the butler did it again. And Kevin, I'm going to mess up your last name, so I'm not going to even say it. But it's nice meeting y'all. Progress, not perfection. Gross, I've turned into a motivational poster. Funny. I just subscribed today. Oh, cool. Nice to, well, it's nice to see you as a subscriber. Hopefully you enjoy my content. I'm trying to upload 2 reviews at the moment. One's by Matt Shaw and the other one's by P.A. Douglas. There's a story called Killer Koala Bears from Another Dimension, which is by P.A. Douglas. That one was great. I'm just going to say it off the bat. But, yeah. Wait. There is a part in book 1 where my character of Martin finds a journal from Dr. Edward von Angst, where he talks about the creatures, which are anthropomorphic, I cannot say that word, animals that are shapeshifters. Cool. That's actually really cool. Book 1 of your Goosebumps meets Disney books? Your series? That's really cool, though. What's your author name, if you don't mind me asking, so I can look you up? Oh, man, this hair is bugging me. It's everywhere, man. It's probably going to take you guys a few seconds to actually reply because I'm a little ahead of you guys, so I apologize. The Tower of Babel. Cool. My first book was a short story collection called Gray Matter. Then I had Gray Anatomy, or actually I had the Chihuahuan Centipede. And then I just released Gray's Anatomy this year. Zachary Byram, that's a good name. For some reason I got the red rum, but I was saying your name instead. Red rum, red rum. So, yeah, I just ordered pizza, and I ate it, and I feel like crap now. I felt like crap all day, you know, but right now I feel especially like crap, so. But, yeah, I'll look up your book. If anyone else has books they have out, I'll definitely look them up, read the description and such and stuff. Yeah, it is a Monday. I don't work on Mondays, so Monday's kind of like my Sunday, and then Tuesday's an extra day off. Yeah, too much grease. Yeah. I don't usually eat pizza, you know, but stuffed crust sounded good today, so, you know, and my dogs love the crust, but I didn't know if I should give them pizza because of the garlic and stuff and other stuff they put on pizza, so my dogs were really jealous watching me eat, you know. I feel bad for eating in front of my dogs, especially food that they like, but, you know, I gotta do what's best for the dogs, you know. I don't want to feed them food that's gonna hurt their tummies, you know, especially Lula. Even though she got a stomach made of steel, you know, she'll eat anything, so it just doesn't matter. Oh, I wish I was retired, but I'm too young to be retired. At least that's what the belief is. But I am special needs, so I could easily probably get paid by the state in order to just sit and lounge around. But I don't feel like doing that, you know. I like going out and working. As weird as that sounds. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like to work every day. Like, there are days where I feel like not working, but, you know, I'm not a writer, just an enjoyer of other people's work. Well, that's awesome. You know, make sure to review your favorite people on Amazon and Goodreads, because I know you probably already know that, but, you know, it helps greatly, because recently some people have told me they read Grey's Anatomy and liked it, but I go on Amazon reviews and there's only 2, and one of them, I know the person didn't read it because the person I know in real life, and they just gave me a 1-star review just to spite me. So, you know, People suck. But yeah, I going back to the retired thing. I wish I was retired. I wrote more than 2,500 words today, and I'm almost done with my Halloween story. So I'm looking very forward to releasing my collection, hopefully this year. It's gonna be a very short collection, but yeah, we'll see. People do suck. They really do suck. That's why I like dogs better, you know, no offense to y'all. But there are good people out there, but you know, they're hard to come by these days. So yeah, I'm the same way. I love my dogs better than some people. Although Lula kind of, when she gets the toots, it's bad. I'm planning on sending my books to Scholastic. Okay. Since the series is kid-friendly, but really creepy. Well, you know, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was very, very dark, and kids eat that stuff up, so I definitely would recommend doing it. Animals are better than people? Yeah. Well, most animals are. Dolphins aren't. They're too intelligent, and they'll do bad things to you. Although some humans probably deserve it, but, you know, dolphins are dolphins, and even though I know they wouldn't actually probably harm me if I went out in the water, killer whales. Jellyfish aren't, yeah. Have you ever heard of the immortal jellyfish? It doesn't die, and it's pretty weird. I mean, I don't want to ever be a jellyfish because you got no spine, but, you know, no backbone, if you will. But, yeah, jellyfish are just like landmines in the ocean. So, let's see, what other animals aren't friendly? Oh, hippos. I hate hippos. Hippos can go to hell. Hi, Paul. That's terrifying. Where's the story on that? Of what? Jellyfish mines? Or are you talking about dolphins? Because dolphins are, ugh. Hippos are not adorable. What are you talking about? We got beef. You know, hippos are a menace to society. My favorite animal, one of my favorite animal, oh, Immortal Jellyfish, yeah. I wanted to write a cosmic horror story called Immortal Jellyfish once. But anyways, yeah, one of my favorite animals are rhinos, and I watched a video where this hippo went to a herd of rhinos and just started bullying them for no reason other than they were close to its river, you know, or whatever. It was a watering hole, and every animal drinks out of it, but this hippo was, you know, trying to kill these rhinos, and eventually a rhino took it down and put it in its place, but rhinos are unicorns. I agree. Oh, I missed one. Hold on. I heard the audiobook of Jaws, and I can say this is a prime example of animals being terrifying. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, the reason why I'm afraid of killer whales is because of a book. I don't remember who wrote the book, but it's called Killer, and it's really good. So I highly recommend it. If I remembered it's Peter something maybe, I don't remember, but sharks aren't scary. They're majestic and wonderful. Yeah, sharks, I mean, they're creepy, don't get me wrong, but they don't mean any wrong. Free Willy. Well, think of Shamu. I mean, he was tortured, of course, but, you know, Shamu, like, killed people. Or was it not Shamu? I forget who it was, what the whale's name was. But, you know, there's been killer whales that have murdered before. In fact, I think there's more killer whale murders than, or I guess you wouldn't call them murders, but killer whales have killed more humans, I think, than sharks, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, sharks usually attack people, like, from mistaken identity. They think they're seals. You know, they swim on surfboards, and then sharks come from beneath them, and it looks like a seal. And they don't have the greatest eyesight, so, I mean, their eyes roll in the back of their head, so... I mean, you stick them in a tiny cage. Yeah, true. True. You stick anything in a tiny cage, and it'll attack eventually. Yeah, don't be mean to animals. That's I'm nice to every animal I come across, even if they're douchebags to me, except for squirrels. I Just Got Killer Shark by Peter Benchley. Isn't Peter Benchley the guy who wrote Jaws? Yeah, I think Peter Benchley is the guy who wrote Jaws. He also wrote in The Deep or something like that, which is also, I hear, a good one. I never heard of a book with a killer whale. I'm gonna look for it. Ah, man, if I could get off my phone and search for it, it's such a good book. It was in that Grady Hendrix book. That the not it's not a documentary. It's just like a catalog of books. I forget, Books from Hell or something like that. I forget what it's called. Benchley also did The Island and Beast. Oh, okay. Yeah, Peter Benchley's one of those I really... Oh, who was that author? Wasn't it author Herzog or Herzog? I forget how you say his name. But didn't he write a similar books to Peter Benchley's? I can't remember his name. It's like... I can't remember. I used to have a few books of his. He had a book that was it was called Orca, and it was another killer whale book. And I actually, after reading the first killer whale book, I was actually kind of scared to read another killer whale book because I feel like it would like warp my perception of killer whales more than it already was. Because killer whales hunt in packs. And one of my favorite animals are penguins, and of course they love to eat penguins like snacks. So, you know, I hate anything that bullies my favorite animals. Orca was awesome. I only know the movie adaptation though of it. Yeah. I haven't actually watched the movie adaptation, but I hear it's like it's like Jaws on crack, I hear. Don't watch Planet Earth. Yeah, I don't watch Planet Earth. I don't even know what that is. I'm guessing it's probably where they show of animals killing other animals because yeah, I don't like that. I wish we could all get along, but of course some of us have needs like, you know, eating animals. So, although humans could probably go vegetarian. Oh, nature documentary? Yeah. I don't watch any documentaries because they just depress the shit or the crap out of me. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss. Yeah, I don't like watching documentaries just for the reason alone that they depress me. Like, when it comes to crime shows, I can watch them all day because, you know, people kind of suck. But, you know, when it comes to animals, I kind of grieve for the animal, you know? Yeah, right? Until things start getting eaten. Planet Earth was surprisingly brutal. Herzog, that's it. That's it. Herzog wrote Orca. And then I don't remember who wrote Killer, but that book was great too. It's got like a killer whale coming out of like a breaching the ice cap or something. It's really cool. The animals in my book series can change from hybrid to human form. That's really cool. You know what that reminds me of? The Anamorphic series, or what's it called? Isn't it called Animorphs? I actually owned a few Animorph books. Yeah, Animorphs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Animorphs are really cool. The series. Yeah, Animorphs. I don't remember reading any of them, except for maybe one. And I didn't finish it, but I did enjoy it, what I read. So, I wasn't a big reader as a kid, except for Goosebumps and scary stories to tell in the dark. Sorry, my stutter's coming out. But scary stories to tell in the dark and Goosebumps. And then I occasionally read The Magic Tree House because I liked history a little bit. So, the show... There was a show? I didn't even know there was a show. That would be cool to watch. Although it's probably a 90s show and the graphics weren't probably really good, huh? But we've been doing this for 35 minutes, so we're gonna end it soon. But if you guys got anything else to ask, I'm here. 90s Nickelodeon. Oh, remember Nickelodeon Gas? The like Legends of the Hidden or the Lost Hidden Temple or something like that. That was really good. Except they're from an alien planet similar to Earth. The main antagonist is a demon by the name of Dronix. That's a good name. He is the scariest of all. You'll love it. All right, I'm down. Red Jaguars forever. Yeah, I like the purple one too. What was the purple one? I don't remember. There was an eel one. I don't remember what the purple one was, but I always rooted for either the Red Jaguars or the... Was it monkeys? Yeah. Thank you for going live. It's good to see you are doing well. Yeah, I'm okay. It's been a rough day. My family's out of town, and anytime I'm away from my family for too long, I get a little depressed. I don't know why, but it's just what it is. But yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, purple parrots, maybe. I know there was a snake one and an eel one. I think I don't remember any of them, honestly, but there was a monkey one, a parrot one. I think there was a parrot one, right? Anyways, silver snakes. Yeah, that was a good one. I always, it didn't matter who the kids were. I always rooted for the colors, Although, at the puzzle at the end where it's like 3 blocks and they never can put them together. Oh, blue barracudas. Yeah, I remember that. But there was like a puzzle at the end of each episode and they had to put it together. It's like 3 blocks and nobody could put it together. And it was like so frustrating. It's like you can see from a distance, like from your perspective, like it's easy. But I guess it's kind of hard to put those 3 blocks together. Freddy Krueger is a good horror villain. He did get a little comedic near the end or after like a certain amount of movies. I think after Dream Warriors is when the Freddy series took kind of a dive. Honestly, when it comes to my favorite horror villain, it's either Candyman or Pinhead. But I will say this, I don't care for like most of the Hellraiser movies and most of the Candyman movies. I do like 2 Candyman movies out of the 4 that have been made. So I'm 50-50 with Candyman movies. But when it comes to Hellraiser, I refuse to watch any of the sequels past number 1. Although today I did think about watching number 2. Just for the sake that I think Clive Barker still had a hand in making number 2. So maybe there is some hope for it. But I'm not a fan of him becoming a slasher, but he is my favorite horror villain with Candyman. And there's something about Candyman that's I love Clive Barker horror villains, I want to read Rawhead Rex and also see the movie. And then what other Clive Barker movies or villains did he create? I'm trying to think. I know Candyman, Pinhead, Rawhead Rex. There gotta be one more, right? I can't think. He's clearly an acupuncture specialist, not a slasher. Of course! Duh! What was the famous line? Oh, save your tears. It's a waste of perfectly good suffering. I don't know. I don't do a good Hellraiser impersonation. It was rigged. Yeah, it was rigged. I just missed that comment. But no one could put those 3 blocks together. It was crazy. Pinhead is like a master chess master. Yeah. Pinhead, well, even though like people solve the box and then they have to face internal agony, it's kind of funny that's how it works, because if you had the prior knowledge that the box did that, you probably would never open the box. You know, so I guess in the later films they pretty much like destroyed the box and let Pinhead loose. So that was kind of lame because I think Pinhead liked being a servant of hell, you know, but you know, I don't really know. Could give away too many space camp trips. What? Did he go to space or something? I know the leprechaun went to space. That was ridiculous. He also went to the ghetto. Something they did. The people who wrote the Leprechaun movies were on crack or something. I know Jason went to space as well. Jason, yeah. Leprechaun was hilarious, and I can't believe Jennifer Aniston was in the first one. Hello. Yeah, Leprechaun is hilarious. You know, I like one of my favorite movie kills is when Leprechaun hops on a pogo stick, and he's menacingly jumping towards the fat dude, and then he like jumps on with the pogo stick and jumps on his chest repeatedly, killing him. That was the stupidest but funniest kill I've ever seen. Like the guy could have probably just ran away or crawled away, you know, faster than the Leprechaun could have pogo sticked onto him. But, you know, it is what it is. But we've been doing this for... Oh, ever want to write a horror comedy about small creatures? You know, I'm not really good with comedy. I have written some, like, a story that had some humor in it, but in no way would I call it a comedy. I would love to write one, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really good with the comedic parts, you know? But I do like Melonheads is something I've always wanted to write a story about. Melonheads is kind of like a Midwestern urban legend. So, at least I think it's a Midwestern. I know we have them here. Well, we don't actually have them here in Michigan, but the myth exists here in Michigan. How about Wax Museum when Paris Hilton got... You know, I've never seen Wax Museum. You know, I heard there was an original one, and then they remade it with Paris Hilton. But I've never seen Wax Museum, actually. I gotta get on that. I know Paris Hilton was in the Repo Genetic Opera, or whatever it's called. So, best part of that movie, I'm guessing you're talking about the leprechaun scene, the pogo stick one. Because that is, like, probably the best scene in the whole movie. I don't know, man. I'm not a big leprechaun guy. But man, was that scene hilarious. The first one was actually likable, you know? And I think even when he goes to the ghetto, it's pretty... Oh, no, House of Wax? Oh, when Paris Hilton died? I didn't see it, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Sorry. But, you know, I'm going to go for another... Paris Hilton was good in 9 Lives, too, though. Jeez, what was 9 Lives? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. What I have heard of is Urban Legend, the first one. And I also liked I Know What You Did Last Summer. I heard it's based on a book by, what was her name, Dean Foster or something like that? I forget. But, Repo was a good movie, yeah. Wait, The Black Farm was based on a creepypasta? Oh, I gotta check out The Black Farm now. I already have it in my Amazon cart, but The Black Farm is one of those films or books that I really want to read. Lois Duncan. Oh, you're right. Lois? You're right. The Black Farm. I don't know why I said Dean. Oh, Dean Foster, I think, wrote the book adaptation of Alien. That's what I think I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know. I Know What You Did Last Summer, yeah. It's called Feed the Pig. I gotta go check it out. I want to read The Black Farm. Uptown did a review on it. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Uptown Reviews. I wish he would come back and do more reviews. He's reading still. It's just he just doesn't do reviews much anymore. The book is way different, but also great. I want to read the book because Well, I love creepypastas. That's actually how I started writing stories, is that I was a creepypasta writer. My eyes look weird. But anyways, I was a creepypasta writer, and wait, he does on Instagram? He does movie reviews or book reviews on Instagram? I didn't even know that. I know he posts about his books that he reads on Instagram, but I didn't know he did reviews. Oh, now I gotta go check him out. Why doesn't he do them on YouTube anymore? That would be so dope. I liked his. I thought he was one of the best reviewers on YouTube, to be honest with you. You know, right behind myself. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, too much drama. Yeah, that YouTube is filled with drama. Ever since what's his name left. Well, he actually, I think he's still on YouTube, but Instagram is the new YouTube. Yep. Ever since Are You Into Horror ruined a bunch of like, he created so much drama that it just got ridiculous. And then the drama like still continues. Like, even though you took the cancer away, the cancer is still existing. It's drama never ends, man. And I'm not mad at Are You Into Horror. In fact, we used to be friends. But when he hurt one of my friends, you know, like, I don't know if, because now I'm seeing that guy get into a lot of drama as well. So, you know, I take everything with a grain of salt. But, you know, Are You Into Horror did create some drama. And I've seen a lot of the people who were having drama with him, they ended up being like magnets for this drama. But I don't like talking about drama. I've just noticed a lot of drama on YouTube, and I'm never really a part of it, which kind of like bums me out, because I would get more reviews if I had a little more drama going on. I'm almost to 500 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Richard Chismar just sent me Sallow Bend. I don't know what Sallow Bend is, but that sounds cool. I know who Richard Chismar is. I think he wrote a book with Stephen King, didn't he? But yeah, anyways, drama sucks. That's all I'm going to say about that. Start a fight with someone. No, just kidding. Maybe I will. I'll go up to, let's see, just some random YouTuber out the top of my head. Working Man's Reads. I'll go up to him and say the Bills suck or something like that. He'll get real mad. Even though it's a total lie, the Bills are actually pretty good, so... Although not a lot of booktubers watch football, so... I'm planning on making a short story collection called Unearthed and Other Short Stories. One of them is inspired by Team Fortress 2. It's called In the Line of Fire. Ooh, cool. It's all over Facebook. It's by Alan Baxter. Oh, Alan Baxter! Didn't he write that kangaroo horror story? If I'm not mistaken. I've almost been at this for an hour. I did not think I was going to be on. Jeez, what just happened? I lagged. Anyways, I didn't realize I was going to be here this long. I don't really pay attention to books that are coming out unless they're my friends' books. Like Brian G. Barry. He's really my only friend right now, on author friend, that is. Oh, I don't remember. Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. The Rue, yeah. Did Alan Baxter write that? I thought he did. I know he wrote The Gulp. Or was that... I don't know. I'm so bad at following with this stuff. It's his new haunted house horror story. Cool. Cool. I stay away from animal books. I usually tend to too, but recently I bought a book by Harrison Phillips called Bloodhounds, and it actually looks really good. And I also liked Cujo. I needed to finish the book still, but Cujo was pretty good. Except for Peter Benchley. Yeah, Peter Benchley, I need to read more by him too. Actually, I've never read anything by him, so I gotta start. But yeah, the killer whale stories I've been trying to stay away from because I like them too much, and also they warp my perception of killer whales. So, OMG Cujo, yeah, Cujo was awesome. I liked the movie, and I liked what I saw from the or read from the book. So, you know, Cujo's one of the film or movies or books when it comes to animal horror. I'm reading a lot of new horror graphic novels now. Ooh, cool. There's a graphic horror what do you want to call it? Book. I forget what it's called, but it's about this guy who has a shotgun and he has a demon who talks to him, and it sounds really good. I forget what it's called, but it looks like a really good series and I'm actually thinking about buying it because it sounds and reads like really good. But I just can't, click the trigger, press the trigger and buy it, because I don't have a lot of money. So I have like $40 to my name right now, and it's not even funny. I don't have a library near me. In fact, no one reads up here where I live in Michigan. So it's unfortunate. So, any more questions? Also, any recommendations for horror stories that have come out recently or just in general? Ooh, my dog just threw up. I'm gonna have to go, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day and a spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Ah!